Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to what is, in effect, a winter wonderland. The snow-decorated perimeter of the pitch is perfect evidence of this, and indeed evidence of the efforts that the ground staff have made to get all of the white stuff off the playing surface. The forecasters do say that we will have snow throughout the game, but we have been told absolutely categorically that things aren't expected to get any worse. The atmosphere is terrific, the turnout, considering the weather, is excellent, and you do get the sense that a special... Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. It's not taking him long, and that's going to be a booking. What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. It's a decent-looking cross. Here comes another cross. Cut out in the nick of time. Has a pop! That's a waste.
Well, I think a little eagerness just got the better of him. He may have been thinking about back-page headlines there.
Decent-looking ball. And he should... Has a pop! Oh, that was no routine save.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra-sharp.
Shaw. Casemiro tries to get it forward quickly. Looking to break out here. Plays it out to the flank. Going through. Good challenge, he just stood firm. He is not one readily to admit defeat. Don't be surprised if he tries that again. Bruno Fernandes! Bruno Fernandes! That's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. That always looked inevitable. The defence dealt with that really well. Done very well to intervene. Shapes to shoot. He's done very well to get to that.
Well, as Tesco featured, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
What a play for a goal kick. Tried to play it through.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
Hoists it forward. Defenders on the back foot. 0-0 still. Don't take a chances though.
Yeah, and it's been like a breath of fresh air to their attack.
Shapes to shoot! Another chance! And it's played forward. He gets past his man. It's a great gallop down the right-hand side. Striding, he's had a goal!
Potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Oh, that's an excellent try, and once he picked it up, he headed forward with real intent.
Wants to win it back.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
It's a brilliant interception.
That's just very well played. He can't hurt you with his back to goal, and he didn't go for the back heel.
Forward it goes. Oh, the ball's come loose. Good clearance and very necessary. Played out to the right. He's through the middle. He's got away. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. The defence got the better of him this time, but I'm sure he'll go again.
Well, you could see he was eager to get a shot away, but there was too much flesh and bone in his path.
He's not played the ball, that's a foul. And he's going to have his name taken. Casemiro gets it back. And he's away. Ball's loose, who's getting there? Just needed to be better than that, and he knows it. We've reached half-time. Both sides have drawn blanks. Have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. Take a look back on the first 45 minutes.
Yeah, it's a half that's had a limp finish after a decent start, so the manager has to re-energise and re-enthuse his players to come back out pumped.
And after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time. Here's the start of the second half.
Well, that first 45 minutes didn't deliver as we'd hoped. Lots of effort, but a lack of quality with the finishing has left us hoping that someone can step up and produce something a little more magical.
Ball's gone out of play. So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. Brings it forward. Now, chance to break. Tries to get it forward quickly.
Well, that's the first attempt, Peter, we've seen at one of those breaking passes just to spread the play.
Had a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Shaw. Hoists it for Bruno Fernandes! Oh, he did the hard part right, but not the finish.
It's easy to say it, but difficult to stop it when runs in behind are being made like that.
And it's played forward. Goal is still. Either side really getting onto the front foot. Well, the crowd clearly like what they just saw. Some real no-nonsense defending. And the shot! Maguire.
Newcastle clearly aren't looking comfortable on the ball at the moment. Predictability has just crept into their play.
He's in! Oh, real chance!
Yeah, he was under pressure to get that exactly right, and he couldn't even think of the consequences. It was instinctive and rock solid.
Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. That was an exemplary tackle, stopped him dead in his tracks. Going for goal! And he nearly went all the way.
Well, the run was really impressive, the finish was impressive, and expectations were not met.
Newcastle will try it again now.
What can I say? Truly wonderful goalkeeping.
Bruno Fernandes drives it forward. He's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. A second yellow, and that means red. Well, the players are making their point, but the ref clearly isn't interested. He's waved them all away. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. Final checks on the touchline, a change about to occur. Burn. Bruno Fernandes. It is quite a run he's making here. Room for a shot. That could spell trouble. Out to the right. Burn. A heavy challenge. Going to be pulled back for that one. Just the talking to, I think. Yes, it is.
Newcastle showing a good level of intensity at this stage. They're calling on all their resources now.
One final crack at it now. Could be a... Goes to finish! He scores!
All goals are welcome, but when they come at a time like that, they're priceless.
Even some of the opposing fans are clapping that. You just have to appreciate it.
You know, I'm not going to be hard on the goalkeeper because that moved all over the place on its journey.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's how you make an impact as a sub. You know, when most are tiring, you can impose a freshness and energy to best effect. What an introduction.
Deadlock broken. It's 1-0.
Yeah, it's been their hard work that has got him this lead, but I just wonder whether they can keep it up. This may take a toll on him.
He's gone for it!
It's an unusual turn of events, and it was an honest attempt to help out, and I suppose it can happen to anyone.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess
The referee's awarded a free kick. Now this could be a pivotal moment. Dying minutes, free kick, great position. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
I think we've got just about enough time for this free kick. And it would take something pretty special to beat the keeper from this far out. "90 minutes up, we're into stoppage time." Just brushed off the ball there. The final whistle and confirmation. We are headed for penalties.
And it's been a contest between two sides that were evenly matched on the day. Neither deserves to be on the losing side.
So we head for the final act. It will be penalties. Right on the edge. Feel the moment. So, the first penalty. And he puts them one up.
Yeah, it's a guessing game for the keeper, and he gets wrong.
Bruno Fernandes focusing on where he puts it. Coolly done, one each.
He just did what he was asked.
So, the second man in line.
Oh, that was a great strike. He just gave the keeper absolutely no chance.
So, the second man in line. Great stop, keeper's denied him.
He's so focused there. Fantastic save.
Newcastle looking to extend their advantage. Good tackle, just steered it the other way. 2 to the good. The third man in the queue. Oh, he's missed it, he's hit the post.
And the keeper knew he was beaten, so what a bonus.
So can he do it? Newcastle taken all the way. They found the way from the spot and they have won it. A win in the most thrilling fashion.
Well, there's really nothing quite like the excitement of the penalty shootout.
Good evening wherever you are on this most pleasant evening. There has been a clamour to get inside the ground tonight for a much-anticipated game. The roads outside of the stadium have been bumper to bumper with traffic. The car parks are full. There is a torrent of humankind making its way from the nearby station, and we expect every seat to be filled. An atmosphere of great expectation and excitement. One glance and you know where we are. It is one of the most recognisable arenas for the beautiful game in the world. And boy, does it add to the occasion. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, get ready for some high-grade football, Peter. Two strong teams, as you say, full of wonderful individual talent. And we have every right to anticipate some really entertaining football. As to whether we'll see a high-scoring contest, that's a little harder to predict.
Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone.
There could be trouble here.
The referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Valverde having a look. And so we have the first set piece of the game.
Shot a goal!
Great effort, beautifully taken.
Oh, that's a great effort. There was very little backup to indicate what was coming.
As he picks him out, going for Gnabry!
Oh, shame, that was nicely worked. Yeah, the ball in there was simply superb. He won't be too happy that it's gone to waste like that.
Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Vinicius Junior. Kimmich goes looking. Just brushed off the ball there. Valverde. No change to the score. 0-0 it remains. Mbappe! And that would have been some goal.
Vinicius Junior can really show some outlandish skills, which is always welcome and obviously refreshing.
Chance to shoot! Oh, poor contact, nothing on the shot. That's a foul, free kick's been given. And he's going to have his name taken. Valverde. Good challenge, he just stood firm, dashing forward at pace. He's got away. He hits it. Lacking in accuracy.
Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
Valverde. And it's Kane. Fired in. It's a brilliant interception. Kimmich. Has a goal! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Well, it was just some wayward passing that let the opposition in them, and I have to say, a very lucky escape. You lose it there, you expect to be punished.
Valverde. They've seen lots of the ball. Trying to go for it a bit of creativity and adventure. Breaks on here. Gets the better of his man. Has a hit! It's there! First blood drawn. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
I just thought he knew exactly what he was doing by feigning to move one way and then readjusting back. Controlled trickery.
So we have our breakthrough.
Still a fragile lead, though. They can't afford to sit on this.
Good running with the ball. Can they build on it?
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Oh, he's broken through. And the shot! That has certainly tested the keeper.
Well, what can I say? Truly wonderful goalkeeping.
Gnabry. That's whistled off the ball. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. Well, you can't say now that he hasn't been warned. In with a header! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Davis is charging up. Hits one! Good effort, and it is right on half-time. There we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half. There has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight.
It's a dressing room that needs raising at half-time because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
The action has already resumed here.
Madrid need to get the balance right to sort this out. Ambition must be complemented by just the right amount of caution, and I think the more experienced players can oversee that.
Vinicius Junior. On the back foot. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Vinicius Junior. Driving on, he could shoot here. The referee has just said play on. That's one way of trying to make things happen. There's a few who could follow that example. Now it's Kane. Belts one. And here's Kane. And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. And it's played forward. Yeah, he's fouled him there.
Well, if he's serious about trying from this range, I think he must feel he can generate the power. Big ask. I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Valverde. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the time has arrived to start. Chance!
It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
They're just lacking the cutting edge, Peter, and while that's fairly obvious, the rest of their attacking play is actually quite good.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Well, the referee's seen the board, and he's going to allow...
Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried there.
Mbappe. Now it's Kane. Finds himself eased off the ball. It's a very good battle there, terrific to watch. He's pinged one through here.
That's good stuff. This is better.
Well, Jim, there's not too much subtlety or sophistication about this. It really is a question of needs must.
Spot on, Peter.
Tries to get it forward quickly.
Well, to be honest, I think they're all show and no substance. Where's the final product?
He's had that put on a plate.
Madrid are definitely not going down without a scrap. Their attitude just can't be faulted.
Vinicius Junior gets it back.
Madrid are actually displaying tremendous fighting spirit. There's a real belief that they can still have a say. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job.
He's going to be pulled back for that one. Out towards the flank. It's a loose ball. Oh, that is asking for trouble.
Yeah, it's safe to say that they just need to manage this to secure the win now.
It's Kane! No question, that's a foul.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
He's had a goal! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
Vinicius Junior just backs himself every time.
And that will be the final act. Always in the balance, and in the end, one goal was enough. They are narrowly beaten. What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, the way the manager has stormed down the tunnel lends itself to an almighty telling off for such a timid, docile display.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin. A very good evening to you all. Well, a very good evening to you on what is pretty close to an ideal evening for football. There is barely a cloud evident. The world and his wife have gone to great lengths to be here for a match of great consequence and massive interest in these parts. Barely a breath of wind, so the football has no excuses for not being at its very best. The teams I know are pumped for this. They are fantastic scenes in the stands. There is a great sense of drama here, a great sense of excitement and expectation.
The keeper's done ever so well.
Well, what can I say? Truly wonderful goalkeeping.
Keeper's ball.
Neymar. Xavi. And he's fouled him there. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. shapes to shoot!
Ball's out on the left now.
So who's he picking out? That's the throw. Plays it over to the other flank. Adriano. Had a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Neymar. Looking to get within range. Neymar!
Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why.
It's a good run down the left-hand side. Iniesta. Oh, that's clearly not what he wanted to do. Now it's Bale. He's got on. Has a pop!
Decent strike, kept it fizzing low.
Well, crucially, he ensured that the shot was kept low, and it nearly came off.
A heavy challenge. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Xavi. Gorgeous control there. Luis Suarez! Tony Kroos. Goalless, but it is not without interest.
Yeah, and it's been like a breath of fresh air to their attack. I think that switching of flanks has finally created a new and for me, much more dangerous dimension.
Going through, going for goal! It's in! The breakthrough strike! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
That's always a great sight, you know, on a football pitch. Nimble-footed, showed great balance and a really cool head to finish. And that kind of dribbling is really smart.
Deadlock broken. It's 1-0.
Well, just listen to the reaction. I think you can hear the approval from the support all around the stadium.
That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Iniesta. He's left his man. That is a crunching tackle. Casemiro plays it forward. He's on a charge. Gets away from his opponents. Shooting chance!
Same again, same outcome.
They're just lacking a cutting edge, Peter, and while that's fairly obvious, the rest of their attacking play is actually quite good.
Casemiro tries to get it forward quickly. Chance!
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Now that's what I call finishing, right in the corner. He knew instinctively who was where and didn't need to waste any time weighing things up. That's a cracking goal.
That has certainly made things interesting. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Speculative strike. Cristiano Ronaldo. Driving on, a real charge here. And he's there to cut it out. That's not going to make it. Gets the better of his man. Well positioned to make that interception. Looking, Luis Suarez! Just swings wide.
Oh, how close was that to going in? It only required the smallest of tweaks.
That's been won straight back. And it's the goalkeepers to claim. That'll be the final action of the first half. So, a very watchable game so far. Action at both ends and the team's level. So, we reach the halfway point.
Oh, what a half of football. It's 1-1, but it could easily be 3-3 or more. Breakneck speed brilliance.
It's been a really interesting game up to now, and the sides are predictably very well matched. Hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half, but as it stands, it's one each. And we're already into the second period. Some good play on the left-hand side now to profit from it. And the referee's awarded a free kick.
Well, Peter, when you're up against a speedster, you've got to get to him early and not let him get into his stride, and they're just not doing that.
Goes for goal! Oh, that's a fine save!
The keeper really dug out his defence then, a magnificent effort.
And it's Bale. Messi. Cristiano Ronaldo. He's off on a marauding run. Well, the defence got the better of him this time, but I'm sure he'll go again. Iniesta. Adriano. Neymar. Iniesta. Xavi. Coached through there. Chance! Timely intervention.
Well, that's the first attempt, Peter, we've seen at one of those raking passes just to spread the play.
He gets past his man. He's left his man. He's got options out wide. He's tried one. That intervention was very necessary. It's a loose ball. Heads it! It's there! And again they hit the front. And that's it. That was always inevitable. His second of the game, and an eye now for the hat-trick. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? The defence can get it clear. And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. Messi.
Very speculative with little threat, if any, for the keeper.
Modric. Bale. It's a fabulous position. He's got away. Oh, it's opened up nicely. Hits one. He's scored. They've done it again.
about things, just put your foot through it, and that was a good example. Great contact, and the keeper had very little chance.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Yeah, it's always a thing.
Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. And he is going into that little black book.
Players protesting furiously, but there's little or no sympathy from the ref.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Well, this certainly fits the bill when it comes to the man for the occasion.
It's offside. Yes, it is.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Gets away from his opponent. Can he find a shot at goal? Oh, the ball's come loose.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a win.
This is gone, that's a foul. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card.
Couldn't find the finish.
You get the feeling that whoever scores the next goal here will be the winners of this tie. They can't afford to waste chances like that, though.
If we're going to get a winner, it's got to come now. He's on his way. Cristiano Ronaldo! He has done it! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish. He's made it 2, and no doubt he's hungry for more. Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
Back into the middle. It really is now or never. They need a goal however it comes.
Well, it remains to be seen whether they can come up with that little bit of class to rescue this situation, and it needs to be any time now, really.
Daniel Alves. Good running with the ball. Can they build on it?
Look, with time running out, they have to get the ball in the penalty box, and if it means a long punt, then so be it. They've got to give themselves a chance.
It out, hoists it forward. Has a goal! Forward it goes. Well, they could break here. Going through. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone.
They're struggling to cope with a pacey dribble because they've not been at it as a team. I think the collective pressure needs to be better all round.
What a save! Terrific reactions!
And that's that. What a match, what a comeback. That is how to respond to adversity. Truly deserving winners. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, they approach this with a very definite game plan, and I think to a large extent they remain true to that, and we can give the manager a big pat on the back.